everyone. Let's get started. Even before the meeting starts, somebody has already raised their hand, but we're going to ignore that for a little while. So let me just quickly walk you through the changes that we had proposed in the degree level. There's all sorts of messages floating around and total confusion at the level of people not understanding what's going on. And so we thought we'll take this time to quickly go through the changes. Okay, so here are the changes. But before that, let me also say that these changes are not at the whims and fancies of me or Vignesh or anybody else. There is a process for any academic change in IITM. It goes all the way up to, first it goes to the steering committee of the program, and then it goes to the board of academic courses, then it goes to the Senate of IIT Madras, where all the professors sit and they go through all this and then they approve it. And I can tell you, first of all, that's the academic process, and what rules are set by that process is the rules that get implemented for an academic program. That's what the ordinances say. That's what the regulations say. There's nobody else other than the Senate has the power to make academic changes to the program. Okay, so that's the first thing. And we are coordinators and we just implement the ordinances and regulations of the program. Then there's nothing one can do to change that flow, and it's not decisions made at very quickly without thinking it through. Definitely we pay a lot of attention to all the details and only then we do it. Okay, so that's a brief preamble before I start. Having said that, let me walk you through what the big changes are. There are not too many changes, and people are making it look like this. We've completely changed everything, but nothing much has changed except for one minor thing. Let me just talk about that. We always had two core pairs at the degree level, at the BSc level. One was software testing, software engineering. The other was deep learning and AI. Now, if you look at the degree, it's BSc programming and data science, right? It's not BSc data science. It's not BSc programming. It's BSc programming and data science. And one of the things we were beginning to see with people at the BSc level was that people were converting it into either BSc programming or BSc data science. So people are passing out, trying to pass out without taking a single deep learning course or something like that, and vice versa, right? People are taking only data science courses and all. So this was something that's not academically correct, right? So we have to name the course carefully and correctly, and also you have to remember this is an undergraduate broad-based bachelor's program. It's not a specialization that we are offering at the master's level. So all of these factors were considered in the Senate, considered in the board of academic courses, considered in the steering committee, and the decision was made that it's not correct for someone to get a degree in BSc programming and data science without doing these four courses. So that's the wisdom of the Senate, and that has come out as making both the core pairs in the BSc level mandatory. So we'll have to do software testing, software engineering, and deep learning and AI as mandatory courses in the BSc level. Now, this is going to be applied to only people who enter the degree level in September 2023. If you're finished earlier, you're already in the degree level, this rule doesn't apply to you. It applies only for those who are entering the degree program in degree level in September 2023.
Yeah, this is recommended.
Yeah, you would highly recommend it for the others, but then we can't mandate it for the others who are doing it. Okay, that's the first change. The second change is on level 4 courses. Now, moment you say a 4-year degree and you present a transcript to someone and there is no 4-level course, immediately that casts a lot of suspicion on whether this is a 4-year degree or a 3-year degree. And this is across the globe. I mean, we're not the only degree which says that. Every 4-year degree, if you claim to be a 4-year degree, there should be like a 4-level course, which is which is in this program a 4,000 level course, maybe 400 level in other place, whatever. But basically, the fact that this was done in the 4th year equivalent of the program. And once again, we saw that there was a possibility that you can get out with a BS without doing any 4-level course at all. And that is not a correct thing as well, right? That looks totally odd in the resume when you present a BS degree and then you say that you don't have any 4,000 level course or 4-level course. that stands out. It's not considered a 4-year degree at that point. Then that will open a new
It becomes critical for higher education.
Yeah, particularly people are applying and all that. Okay, so that's also very, very important. Now we have asked the regular new rules basically mean that you have to do 4 level courses, right? 2 in the data science side and 2 in the programming side. Now there's lots of flexibility even there. You can do so many things. We'll discuss that in slightly more detail in the ensuing slides. So these are the only 2 changes. There's nothing else that has changed. There's all sorts of allegations of this and that and the other. I mean, don't be taken in by all those things. This is the only change that we have made to the program. Okay. And once again, when I say we, I mean the Senate of IIT Madras has changed the rules of the degree as follows. Okay, so some more detail. So this is the whole thing in more detail. So both the core courses, the 2 sets of core courses at the BSc level are now mandatory along with SPG. So that means 8 plus 8 plus 4, right? 20 credits are fixed for you in the BSc level, BSc degree level. And then you can do 8 credits, which can be level 2 or 3 or 4. Okay. And you're also allowed to do 4 credits of NPTEL in this. Within that 8. Okay. So that's the rule. There's been no fee increase or anything at all. If anything, the changes we have carefully made have only reduced the BSc fee. I'll talk more about fee a little bit later, but this is all the change that has happened in the BSc level. Okay. And once again, it's an academic change. And the Senate has decided this, and that's it. Okay. That's at the BSc level. The BS level, like I mentioned, you have these are all only electives. There's nothing mandatory here, except for like this HSMG category, which can be NPTEL or in-house courses, anything. Other than that, it's all electives. So you have 2 data science electives, 2 programming electives. Both of these have to be in level 4. That's it. And after that, the remaining courses can be anything. Okay, it can be NPTEL, can be level 2 or 4. Okay, so and this is applicable for students entering the BSc, BS level. I hope these changes are clearly conveyed. Is there anything you want to add? It's okay.
Students who do apprenticeship can
no, that is given there. So now these apprenticeships are also included as 4 level courses. Okay, so that's also something that is possible. It's there in the slides or no?
No.
Okay. Yeah, it will come later.
Later it will come, but just some more reasoning of why this is. I think I explained most of this. These are core courses on both sides, and after all, it's a degree. The degree, both BS degree and BSc degree, are broad-based undergraduate bachelor's degree programs, both in the area of programming and data science. So it's absolutely okay for this, and academically it becomes much stronger. This is part of the problem. Okay, so these are the reasonings, and here is a big list of the courses. This is all the courses that is there, the BSc and BS level. Am I right? Yeah. Okay. As of now, we'll keep adding into this bucket steadily as we go along. There should be more and more courses. Now you see there are different classifications here. There is a BD and BP classification. Those are B stands for what?
The bachelor's in
data science and
bachelor's level BS.
Bachelor.
The degree level in data science.
Okay.
BP is a degree level in programming.
And then there is this
SC
category,
science and
engineering category. So you see mathematical thinking, linear statistical models, physical computing are introduced there.
HM is HSMG.
Yeah. HM is
humanities
and management.
Yeah.
And then you can see that the apprenticeship credits are also classified as either data science or programming, depending on the kind of apprenticeship that you do.
And they will come under the mandatory requirement. So whatever the 2 courses of mandatory level, because these are 4 level courses.
Yeah, these are 4 level course. So these are subsumed in the apprenticeship as well. So if you do the apprenticeship and you get 8 credits in data science apprenticeship, and then that is done, right?
That mandatory 8 credits is completed, and 4 more credits can be counted towards the other elective.
Yeah.
So they get up to 12 credits from apprenticeship.
Apprenticeship is okay. So that's something about how apprenticeship plays with all these other courses. So, like I mentioned, yeah, we'll keep adding to these courses. There are also 3-level electives. You can see that there are even on the programming side, there are 3-level electives. On the maybe on the data side, we could add some 2-level.
Data science, we have a lot. On the
Architecture.
programming side, we need to add a few because we have only 2 4-level courses for now.
Computer systems design and programming in C.
No, programming in C is 3-level. Operating systems is a 4-level.
No, I meant
And-
computer systems design is coming. That's 3-level.
Yeah, these 2 are 3.
Yeah.
There are 2 only in 4 now, which we have made as mandatory, right?
Okay.
So computer
Four
networks
level.
comes, that will be the next 4-level. And we have to probably work on 1 or 2 more.
Okay. Keep doing that. So that should.
Data science, we have enough. In fact, our spread is pretty good. We are getting 3 more, which we are waiting for Senate approval. So,
3-level in data science is
Yeah.
very high. Should think about it. Okay, so that's the
So
list of all
3-level courses are not mandatory. So there are some options because there is no 3-level data science which is mandatory or programming which is mandatory. 3-level can be from any of the programs options. So it doesn't have to be in BD or BP. It can be in SC, BP.
It can be HF or it can
After
be
you
SC
fulfill
also.
that,
Yeah,
2 minimum
Yes.
required and 4-level.
3-level. That's the
Okay, anyway, I think once you do all the data science courses, it's hard to keep introducing new ones at the 3-level.
Yeah, because they all have prerequisites also, which are there in the.
Okay. Okay, that's the list of all courses. I hope this is clear that there's enough and more options for you to pick from. Once again, to repeat, the apprenticeships are divided into multiple courses. There is a 4-credit course and an 8-credit course, both in the data science side and in programming. So this is possible, but you can't do 24 credits from
max 12 credits.
apprenticeship. You can do a maximum of 12 credits from apprenticeship, but you can do 4 credits from data science and 8 from.
No.
4 from data science and 4 from programming is possible.
Yeah, or a 12 completely in one particular domain in a company.
Okay.
4 plus 8 is not being permitted.
Okay. All right, so this is also possible. And then see the way I look at it, whatever you could have done before, you can still do, right? Except for these other bad situations where you go out with a degree and the degrees and the courses don't reflect the degree in substance, right? So those cases are the only cases it's been not allowed. Those with ITCS background, if you really feel that software engineering, software testing are easy courses, that's fine. I mean, it's good to have a couple of easy courses as well, and that doesn't hurt anyway. And there are many without that background, and for them, this is an important course to do. You have to keep a program, design the program, keeping in mind everybody. That's also very important. And those who want to stop at the diploma and BSc level, and they feel like there are lots of courses that I could have done, I couldn't do because the credits wouldn't allow it, etc. We do have an permission from the Senate for people to continue to be in the portal and keep continuing to take courses, and you get a transcript for that. So that's also allowed, and it's not really limiting in some sense, right? So there's no real problem as such. Okay. So, and there is a change, of course, but those changes have only stopped bad looking credentials in the degree, bad looking transcript, not in any way stopping you from getting a good degree. Okay. And there's lots of hue and cry about fee change and all that. Nothing has been changed in the fee. There's been no fee change at all. In fact, if you think very carefully, those of you who remember, the degree level was in fact more expensive than what it is now. Initially, when we started it, it was 7 courses at the BSc level, which would be 10K each, and then 7 at the BS level, which would be 20K each. So the total degree level expense, including BSc and BS, was at 2.1 lakh, like 1.4 plus 0.7. That was the cost. We have,
I
in
think
fact,
we're really
reduced that.
proud at this point because the background is there. Say it out once more.
So can you
Chat also. Yeah.
Andrew, can you just close that window,
Which
not side list of participants. Yeah. So that the numbers are
Yeah, so you can see we've really worked very hard to reduce the cost a lot. We brought in more project credits, which come at a much lower cost. And then we manipulated things with NPTEL, etc. Today, you can get out with a BSc degree at 2.21, which was not possible before. I think.
In fact, when we launched the program, the BSc was 2.42 with 11 courses in the degree level. So we didn't have project credits, so project credit cost came down, we moved
it. Overall, we've been working very hard to keep cost as a small factor in the program, and I think it's not correct when you make random statements about cost without even looking at what the actual numbers are. And the BS level has been still 3.25. It's still very much possible.
So the BS level, when it was introduced at 1.4 lakhs for that level. So 1,40,000, because there were 7 courses, which each of those 7 courses would have costed 20,000 rupees each, which would have been 1,40,000. So now
1,04,000.
1,04,000 is the lowest expense cost.
Can you all mute your mics till we get you on to talk?
Yeah,
thanks.
Please. So so right now it is possible for someone to complete the BS level at a cost of 1,04,000. There's actually a 36,000 rupee reduction in the cost, and the maximum is still not gone beyond the 1,40,000 at which it was introduced. So it is still at the same. So the maximum is still at 1,40,000, and the minimum is at 1,04,000. So that range didn't exist when the level was introduced. So now a range has been introduced because there are options to do 3-level courses, apprenticeship, and various kinds of credit, NPTEL credit transfer. All that is possible. So technically, it is the cost has actually been reduced if you choose to plan it that way. And there are some examples which are given here for which gives you the lowest cost and the maximum that you might have to spend. So that's what it is. So the only place where you may think that there is a slight change is if you choose to do 4-level courses at a BSc level. And so that's a conscious decision which a student might choose. And other than that,
not do NPTEL,
not do NPTEL and so on. So those are like more of outliers rather than what the program itself is designed. The program is designed as 3-level courses and NPTEL courses at BSc, 4-level courses and NPTEL courses, along with 3 or 4-level electives at the BS. So if you do that, this is what the prices are. I don't know where this, maybe the math was not done before and there was some confusion. So we have not increased the cost, and that was never the intention. See, the simple basic logic is the credits for each of the levels have not changed. So when the credits have not changed, the fees will not change. So that's the fundamental aspect that you need to understand. So I hope that brings in clarity. We are emphasizing this because
also one more thing that previously we had done is we said the BSc level course, every course fee will be 10,000. The BS level course, whatever course you take, the fee is going to be 20,000. It looks very odd if a student does say course X, which is financial forensics that somebody put in the chat, in the BSc level, and we charge 10,000 for that student for that course. And another student does it in the BS level for the same course, the fee becomes 20,000. So that was pointed out by the committees when we went back after a couple of months and we were rediscussing the fee and there was a review. That's when they said, how can the same course with the same credits, the same content be charged differently just because the levels are different. So that's when we decided that based on the course code and the level of the course, whether it is 3-level or 4-level, the cost of the course or the fee for the course will be decided. So that's why now we have categorized them as per a 3-level or 4-level. A 3-level course costs you 2,500 per credit. So if it's 4 credits, 10,000, and a 4-level course is 5,000 per credit, hence it's 20,000. So some of you have said that we saw it differently. This is the explanation for the difference that you're seeing. Going forward, the course cost, whether you take it in the BSc level or the BS level, the fee will be the same. It will not be different for different students. It only depends on in which level you're going to credit it. The other questions that are coming up is that I've done already 2-4 level in BSc level. Can I move it to BS level? Can I do it? See, ultimately, when you're taking out the degree for the BS, we will see whether these requirements are satisfied. Entering September 2023, have you completed your 5 mandatory courses of 2 core pairs and SPG? Do you have 2 4-level courses in DS? Do you have 2 4-level courses in programming? That's something that we are going to see along with the HSMG 4 credits. If these are satisfied and 142 credits you've gotten, you'll get your BS degree. So whether you've done it before, whether you've done it within the 114, you want to move it to that, it's for now fluid. The workflow is not kind of, set in stone still for us to kind of look at it that way. When we come out with 142 credits, some student crosses it, then we'll start checking all the requirements. We'll also see whether you've entered in September 2023 or you've entered before that. Before that, these rules will not apply to you. Good if you do it, but yes, we will not be able to mandate it. But after September 23, we will be checking for those who get either 114 credits. If you're saying I'm going to exit with a BSc after September 2023, when you enter your degree level, right? After 2 terms or 3 terms, we will see whether the 5 courses are done for you. If you're saying I'm going to exit with a BS, having entered the degree level in September 23, we will see whether all the requirements are done for you. So don't worry on when you have done the course, what course you have done and so on. And if you're already in the degree level and you've done some courses, these don't even apply to you. Okay. The rules we're talking about today is for the batch that is entering the degree level after completing 2 diplomas in September 2023. I hope this is very clear. It's put out everywhere in our documents. Please read that carefully.
Yeah. Okay. I hope that is clear. Anything else from our side?
Next is, I think we go to apprenticeship,
But
so we can ask
We can
for
maybe ask a question.
discussions and then we can
leave it here.
go for that. Yeah, possibly we can leave it here and we can take questions.
Okay. All right. Let me see. Some people who have raised their hand. Okay. I think there's one person who had their hand raised from the very beginning. Okay. Maybe I can talk first. Varun Sundara Rajan.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, sir. I have a few clarifications and a request. Okay, so clarifications are in the BS level, I have to take 2 4-level courses from data science, 2 4-level from programming, and do the remaining ones have to be 4-level or do they not necessarily have to be 4-level?
All the remaining can be anything you like. See, we have listed everything here, right?
Okay.
12 credit level 3. All the
Okay, sir.
possibilities are there.
Okay, sir. And I plan to transfer the HM courses via NPTEL.
Okay.
So then if I can transfer them from NPTEL and then I can take some industry 4.0 and market research as non.
Yeah, see, that possibility is shown here, right? 4 credits from NPTEL plus 8 credits from level 3. That's also
Okay,
level 3 or level
4, whatever you want to do, mix everything is.
Are you able to see the screen, Varun?
Sorry?
Are you able to see the screen that we are showing?
Yes, ma'am. Now I can. Yes, ma'am. I
Yeah,
can see.
so everything, all the options are put there. Everything
Okay.
no problem.
Okay, sir. And my next question is, yeah, that I understand. For those entering I have entered the BSc level earlier, so.
For you, none of these rules apply to you. You can do whatever you want.
So they won't. So when I but I have not entered the BS level yet. So still.
No. Degree levels are seen as one. So as soon as you complete all diplomas and you enter into the BSc or BS level, basically the degree level last 56 credits, right? So so if you have completed the 20 theory courses and 4 projects and entered into degree courses in May or before, then these rules don't apply.
But we would highly recommend it. Don't go with the transcript which is BS and no 4-level course of data science, no 4-level course of programming. It looks very bad.
So okay, sir, I plan to do the all 4 courses anyway. Yeah, I just want to correct. I plan to do all 4. Okay, now my request is, can you please, is it possible to make computer system design not a core requisite for for programming in C. See, I plan to.
Programming in C is a core requisite for computer systems design.
It's a core requisite.
It's a core
Okay.
You
requisite.
should
Okay.
do both together. Is what
These
it
will
is.
be
Okay.
requisites
So,
for us.
okay, so that is like that is final, is it? It cannot be changed because
Yeah,
the-
you can do
in-
programming in C alone, but you cannot do computer system design alone
Without C.
without C.
I can do.
That's the way the courses are being
Okay,
designed.
I can, but I can do programming in C alone.
Alone you can do, yes. That you can.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought it was opposite. That's why I found it a bit odd.
Yeah,
Okay.
both you have to do. The reason is, see, if you do both, then you can do courses like operating systems or computer networks in
Yeah,
a following
these two are required.
These two both are required for that also. So if you don't do computer system design, then you are shortchanging yourself when you have to do other CS courses.
Okay, but I can take programming in C.
You can take programming in C alone. No problem.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks,
Okay,
Varun.
Thank you.
Thanks. Manisha.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
So for BS level, two level 4 courses for DP and DS. So
Yes.
DP, there are only 2 options available, true, but only one is available for this term.
Next time it comes.
It will
The
come in the
schedule
next
is
term.
due.
In
So next time it will come. We have published the schedule up to September 2024 on which courses are being offered in which terms, so that you can plan accordingly on which terms you want to take which courses.
Okay, so we'll have to extend for one more term to complete this requirement.
When
You
you
will.
enter the degree level,
Oh, I'm already, so this is my last term
When did you, Manisha, when did you join the program?
and the first batch. Yeah,
First batch, okay. Are you looking to graduate with a BS or a BSc?
I already completed 3 courses from BS. So this is my last term for BS.
Okay.
September will be
So-
my last term.
And none of these things will apply to you, first of all. And even if you want to actually complete and graduate with your degree, I think you're only next December.
okay, a
So,
lot of things people are saying. Let me clarify. First of all, these requirements don't apply to you. Okay, you only need to finish 28 credits in the degree level.
BS level.
You can take whatever courses you want. Is that okay?
Okay.
That's for only for you, not for others.
So
If you have already entered the degree level before in May 2023 or before, you don't have to do level 4, level 3 and all that. As it turns out, we are not making it mandatory at that level. Though we highly recommend it, because every other transcript will look like that and your transcript will look without any 4-level course. It looks really bad. We highly recommend it, but it's not mandatory, number one. Okay.
Mhm.
That's the first thing. Second thing that they are pointing out is for getting the BS degree in your hand, not provisional, the actual degree, you have to wait for a calendar 4-year period. Okay, we cannot give it to you before the calendar 4-year period, right? So even if you finish all your requirements in the September term of this year,
you will have to
you will have to wait
till
till next December to get the actual degree in your hand. You will only have a provisional till then. Is that okay? So you
Yeah.
do have time in January and all. If you really like the courses that are being offered in January, you can wait and take till January. It's not an extension as such.
It will still be within the 4-year
Within the
window of
4-year.
your degree.
Is that
Okay. Yeah, okay, got it. So if I still complete all of my requirements in September term, what about the other terms? Is it RKA or I just have to wait for the degree, the printed copy?
Wait for the degree. I don't think there's RKA. You have finished the program at that point. Right?
if you want, you can do extra courses and get
Get them in the transcript.
That's all.
That's up to you.
Okay, got it. Thank you,
So-
sir.
Yeah, before we go to the next person, like I think I'll emphasize this one more time. If
But
you
you
have
will still
already,
I can tell you can emphasize 20 times.
so,
Still somebody will come and say, I entered the degree in January, but
so if you have entered it before
May or
September,
before.
if you joined in May or before into the degree level, these rules do not apply for you. But it is recommended. It is recommended so that your transcript reads properly. When somebody is reviewing your transcript, they would like to see 4-level courses if you are claiming a 4-year degree. That is the reason we are making that requirement. And again, the core pair is helpful to get jobs, get understanding of both disciplines, and it is representative of the degree that you will be earning. So we strongly recommend that you do that. However, if you have entered the degree level in May or before, whatever degree level, whether with BSc or BS, does not matter. If you have completed both foundation and diploma in before May, then you do not have to follow these exactly, but it's just recommended. So I hope the same question doesn't come, or at least doesn't come as frequently.
Okay.
Sir, sorry to jump in, just to because it is related to this.
Srinivasan is next. Please go ahead.
Thank you. So this is a favorite request from me, and I've started this from English 1 and 2. Right?
Okay.
So while we have done this, can we have a policy to give credit for people, either from the industry, because we do have people who are professionals who are doing this, right? Particularly, suppose if you want to do computer design and if you have to do C programming, it'll be really a very, very easy course for me. So I would again make the request. I had made the request for HPG also, and frankly, it didn't.
Save the prerequisite for someone who already has some demonstrated ability. That's what you're saying.
Where is the prerequisite as well as SPG, for example? I've worked for 30 years. I'm not saying I'm big. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Really,
so
it is a.
We'll try and move this in the steering committee. Let's see how people react. But like I said, this is a big change. We have to get it through the committee, right? I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll try. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. And one minor comment. I would hopefully put it in the spirit, right? So I think 2 changes, right, had definitely taken people by surprise, right? And one could have been a mistake, but it doesn't seem to be. There is a change made saying that if you exit at the BSc level, you will not get an alumni status.
That
right?
is
And
changed,
then
sir. That was a typo. We have changed in the.
I get it, yeah, but let's just finish this. Finish the 2 sentences, Bharti. I'm just trying to give the context. I thank you for clarifying it, and that person shared it also. It was very useful for people, and that was a big relief. But see, when the state change comes, I'm just trying to understand, right? So this is one change that people had, and then there is a change of courses that were previously given. Again, you have the rights to put at level 4. But previously they were 10,000 rupees. Now they are 20,000 rupees. So these 2 together is what might have caused that sense that there is something going on about increasing the cost of the program. I'm just trying to give a context to where those.
I understand the program cost has not gone up, but like you point out, we have reclassified the courses. What was classified wrongly earlier, as in there was this confusion about leaving it unclassified, then it ends up in this inconsistent thing. You do one course in the BSc level, suddenly you're paying the same course, you're paying 2 times. That was not acceptable at all. So we had to do the classification. So we have done the classification now. You're right. This classification could have been done earlier. We could have thought this through more carefully, and we're doing it now. Okay. That's
thank you. And one small request. That was the last part of it. So coming from change management, right? So generally we say is, it would have been great if this session had been done last week and then the documentation done. I think doing it the other way around has probably caused that unnecessary angst. Maybe necessary or unnecessary angst. Because when you have a communication session like this, it's easy to get clarification. Thank you.
I know. And also I think people are refusing to read the document carefully also. That's also a problem. Anyway, I understand. Anyway, we're doing it now. There's lots of reasons why we couldn't have done this last week. We would have done it. The next time we'll keep this in mind. Okay. Thank you. Okay. The next person has a number there. It's not a name. I'm going to read that number. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead, please.
Sir, Prashant here.
Yes.
Sir, although you have clarified most of the things regarding the choice of the course that one can take who has already in degree level, just a small clarification. Does it mean also that at the BS degree, these mandatory courses restrictions are not applicable for those people?
Sorry.
Prashant, so you entered the degree level in May?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, nothing is applicable to you. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. So I can take whatever course I want. This is the only thing.
You can, but like I said, we will highly recommend that you take 4-level courses in data science and programming. The transcript looks really odd otherwise. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Preetodeep,
Yeah, hello. Good evening, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, we can
Hello?
hear you. Go ahead. Yes, we
Yeah,
can hear you.
okay. I'm sorry, there is a bit of lag at my end. So I have a couple of questions. Firstly, the thing about NPTEL for BS, I mean the humanities and management, the courses for those. Previously, as far as I knew, I joined the degree in the January term. The previous rule was we had to mandatorily transfer it from NPTEL. But now, as per the grading pattern, I can see that there are some other courses which can also be transferred for the humanities subject instead of NPTEL. But
Yes.
since these rules don't apply for us, do we all, in our case, do we still have to mandatorily take the courses from NPTEL instead of taking it from our in-house electives?
No. Those are
These are not mandatory, Preetodeep, but you can take a HSMG course which we offer and credit it in the BS level. That has nothing to do. 4 credits in the HSMG category in the BS level is what we are mandating. Whether you take
initially earlier we did not have HSMG courses that we were offering exclusively in the program. Now that we are offering, you can take this also.
this or that.
This or that doesn't matter. Okay.
Okay, and and one last doubt. I mean, Srinivasan sir just raised it already. So I had seen some courses, for example, PSOSM, which were previously a 10,000 rupee course, but now it is a 20,000 rupee course because it is bumped up to level 4.
Previously, it was not a 10,000 rupee course. That is the misconception. Previously, it was either 10,000 or 20,000. See, that's the problem, right? We had to classify courses into 3 level and 4 level. This is not a rupee based classification in this program. Unfortunately, it becomes a rupee based thing. But the 3 level and 4 level is an academic decision. Okay, what courses go on the 3 level, what courses go on the 4 level. The PSOSM is a 4 level course. It's not a 3 level course. Okay, so that is an academic decision which has become confused with the money situation here. Number one. Okay. Number two, if you are very concerned about money, you can still do that PSOSM, then do a couple of NPTEL courses so that the total cost is still lower. So it doesn't hurt you in any significant way.
Yeah,
So
if the PSOSM had been taken in the BS level by somebody in the old scheme before he changed the fee to the course code, it would have been 20,000. Then students would have complained, my friend took it for 10,000, I took it for 20,000. Before that happened, we changed it. That's
the other side of it is a course which is a 3-level course right now, which is now fixed at 10,000, could have costed someone 20,000 if they had taken it after completing 114 credits.
The same
so
thing is there.
So it is just classification based on the academic content of the course.
We will keep working on this. We will add more 3-level electives as we go along. It's not that we have see there are 3 3-level electives that we have classified. We will be keeping on adding to that basket also. Eventually, there'll be enough in that bucket also. Okay. Even now, you're not hurt too much by it, but we have to do that classification academically and fix it that way. Okay.
Yes, sir. I just got confused because in the May term, I just completed PSOSM by paying 10,000. Now I am confused whether or not this will.
Yeah,
I understand.
You are lucky, right? So that's what I mean. So people are like that. Now we have reclassified it. From now on, things change to this.
Okay? Yeah, but it would be nice if everybody reads the documentation that was before and the documentation we are giving now, do the math and then come, right? All of you students are also in the program for so long that I think you should understand all of this, how things work.
And
from students, there's always this thing that, the administration is trying to do something against us all the time. I don't know what is it that we did gives you that impression. We're not trying to do anything against you in some sense, right? Why would we do that?
Yes.
It doesn't make any sense. So,
sir,
worry about the documentation. If at all we make a change, it is at the end of the day one of the fair thing to do, right? That's how we look at it. Okay.
Sir, last point, talking about the documentation before, the documentation after. So as far as I remember from the previous term student handbook, we were told that courses like like operating systems and computer networks should be available from this term onwards. So I see some changes.
We tried our level best, but
no, it is ready, but these were prerequisites. So offering
the OS alone is ready. OS alone is ready, but then it ended up being prerequisite. No, programming in C, computer system design are prerequisites. Then
I understand.
That is a problem.
So
See, these are
my
academic
point
decisions the faculty take. We can't overrule them on that.
Yes, sir. So my point in this regard is the current grading document that lists the availability of courses going forward. I just want to I just want just a suggestion, if you guys can ensure that that will be correct at least till the term it is taken. So it says till September
That will be
2024.
correct. The courses there will be offered, but we may also offer other courses that will keep coming. We are working on other courses as we speak, but you can't blame us for that later saying this was not there in your list and all.
No, but
That.
for some reason, the faculty is not available at some point. We might have to.
We have done that, is it?
Things always done.
So
that
far,
way.
we have not done that.
So far, we're not done, but I'm just saying that.
See, only thing that can go wrong in that paper is if the faculty member has unfortunately some situation which forces them not to be available for whatever reason, right? That's very rare. We'll try our level best to avoid it. But
and that happens on campus as well.
Yeah,
so if a faculty goes on sabbatical or goes on a leave, then that course may not be offered. But those are very rare cases.
Yes.
It's not something which will happen. And as of now, it has not happened till now.
No, but let us say it so that, we can also say in one meeting we did say it.
So we will try our best to keep to the schedule, barring some really unforeseen emergencies. Okay.
Sure. So computer networks will be coming in the next term because even the current grading document does not have that.
The computer networks, we are not sure because the faculty member has not started recording yet. Every time I talk to him, he promises that he'll record, but he's not started yet. So that's why we are not sure. Okay. Operating system.
Got it. Okay. Thanks for the clarifications.
Thanks, Peter. Yes, Arya, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. So I think already you've answered that these rules don't apply to us because I was in the previous term. But like my question was that I did design thinking in the Jan term. And now I think as Preetodeep was saying that there's a new rule where we can use design thinking as one of the HSMG ones, right? So can I transfer that because I've done it in the Jan term, so that is okay, right?
Yeah. There's no transfer. That just counts as the HSMG requirement. There's no transfer there, right? You're not transferring from anywhere. It's just, that's all. So you won't do the HSMG from NPTEL. That's all.
Okay. And the other thing was that I think Bharti ma'am was saying in between that like if we finish it off early, the requirement, so we can also do extra courses. So will these over and above the 142, I believe,
yes,
which
will
is
be
required?
over and above the 142. They'll show up in your transcripts.
Yeah, and they will also be used in CGPA calculation, right?
No.
Those will be extra credits.
Yeah, 142. Once you cross 142, we check all the requirements for whether you have completed, and we'll freeze it at that point. We'll give you a provisional degree certificate, and we'll end there. After that, you are permitted to do courses with us, whatever you are interested in, and each course will get its own transcript.
That's all. Is that okay?
Okay.
So for each course you do. So the approval we got from the Senate, unlike a physical college where they actually ask people to get out after they get their degree and can't come back to do. Here we are saying you can continue to study with us even as we launch new courses in the future and all. But that will be a course transcript for every course that you do.
And this is not only for people who complete the degree faster. So if you complete it if you complete the 4-year degree in 4 years or 4.5 years also, you can do that. You can still do that.
Direct admission to diploma. They can take some courses. If you want to quit after the diploma level, going through the foundation and you say, I'll take my original, I want to quit the program. But then you think that maybe 2 or 3 courses you're interested in doing in degree level, that's an open option for you also. There is an option to study here, taking course transcripts, even if you quit at some level, not if you're a continuing student with us. If you're a continuing student and active, then all the program rules will apply on prerequisites and all that.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, got it. Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. The next person does not have a name in this picture. How do I do this?
Can you scroll over it?
Scroll over the Saurav Sharma. Oh, sorry. I didn't know. Saurav Sharma, please go ahead.
Yeah. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
I just basically had one doubt. Like, my doubt is regarding the the apprenticeship part. Sorry, I might be pronouncing it wrong.
No problem. You're saying it correctly. Go ahead.
Okay. So, like, will the institute be providing us the opportunities, or we do have to find it on off?
The recommendation is for you to find it on your own. If we find opportunities, if we get opportunities, we will pass it along to eligible students who can apply. but it is like institute will not take up the responsibility of finding an apprenticeship for every interested candidate. So we hope that the candidates will be able to apply and get their apprenticeship in different places, and then they can come to us for approval.
And one more thing, sir, like yesterday we had one meeting of IIC, the internship cell. So in that also I asked one question, but I was not clear. So basically I am done with all my programming courses, theory part in January term itself. And in the May term, I'll be done with the project, like 24th September is the deadline.
Okay.
So I'll be done in this. Yeah, I'll be done with the projects in this semester. So am I eligible for internships from this semester or from next semester?
The placement rule, what is the rule for that?
After one diploma, they can apply for internships with us.
Yeah. So apparently the rule is, hope this is correct. After you have finished one diploma completely,
Yes,
you
sir.
can register for into that IIC industry interaction cell for
internship.
So basically, after getting the result of project, I can register.
Yes.
Am I
You
correct?
have to complete a diploma. The diploma
So
provision certificate.
what will happen is, I think they reach out to the students.
They
reach out.
from us and
They get a list from us on who all have finished, and then they reach out. So once we give
What's
a
the
list,
criteria for CGPA for internship?
for internship, I don't know. See, generally the companies have some CGPA. Right,
companies generally have 7, 7.5 something, but that again varies with companies.
Yeah.
So there are the internships again is a separate thing. There are documents which explain what are all the criteria. It's not just about completing one diploma. It's about what programs you are pursuing simultaneously, whether you are working, various other conditions.
They have a big set of activities and all that they want to promote.
Yeah, they have just included some 50 activity points part.
Yeah.
And I'm doing this degree completely solely. So actually I was planning it to complete before the 4-year time frame, but as you mentioned, that will not be getting any hard transcribed degree part from your side before the completion of 4 years.
Yeah.
So that won't make any sense now.
What was happening was a lot of people were just going through the program and not picking up the skill-oriented practice things, Anything that we had put out like that, they were just completely ignoring it. And when it comes to placements and all that, of course, companies expect that as the #1 requirement. And so that becomes a bit of a problem. So that's why I think the activity points and all have come up. And all of them, I hope they basically work on the activities that you already have in the courses. There are a few which are outside of it also. Most of them we will work so that it's going to be like. Okay.
I truly appreciate that part, but there are some certifications which are paid as well.
Yeah, I think, but those may not be required. I think we will make sure that you can get the minimum required points through the activities within the coursework itself. So that will be definitely okay.
And so just last query. If I'm doing this degree solely, am I eligible for GATE in DA?
GATE, you can see GATE, anybody can. What did you say?
Did you mean GATE in data science? What did you?
Yes.
Yeah,
DS.
Yes, absolutely. You can write GATE.
So after how much time can I I'm doing this degree solely? So currently I'm in diploma.
Your BSc requirement itself, you can write even in the February GATE. There's going to be a data science paper, right?
Yeah, there's going to be
a told. So you can appear even in this.
There's a slide on the data science. Can you go to the last slide?
There is a slide.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's apparently one slide. Let's talk about.
Yeah, please. Sir.
Last slide is.
Yeah.
So
sorry to interrupt.
This is the data science and applications data science GATE paper. This is being introduced in GATE 2024. So if you expect to complete your BSc requirements in the January term or before, then you can appear for the GATE exam. So if you are a student who will complete BSc requirements, which is the 114 credits in May 2023, September 2023 or Jan 2024, you can appear for GATE 2024.
So basically, if I complete my diploma in this September term, I can give the exam.
This one diploma, right?
BSc requirements.
Okay, BSc.
Credits.
Okay, I got it.
Not diploma.
No, sir. Actually, I'll be done with both the diplomas. So
even then you have to come. No, you should.
You should be able to complete it in the Jan term.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you complete you may not be able to complete your BSc requirements in Jan term unless you do 4 plus 3.
4 plus 3, yeah.
So 4 plus 3, then you can do it. Assuming you're
I
entering.
only
the
have 3
level
subjects left in diploma program, data science, diploma in programming.
If you have subjects left in diploma in data science, then you will be completing that in September. And then
Yes,
the
sir.
earliest you will be able to complete your BSc requirements will be May of 2024, which would
Okay,
mean
so
for GATE
basically you
2025.
mean that we should be done with the BSc part.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
okay. Thanks for
And look
clarifying.
at look at the topics here, right? The topics that you see here involve mostly what you do in the diploma, but there's also this AI part which needs the AI degree, AI course, I think. And then it's good to do some advanced courses so that you get comfort in all these things. Okay.
Hello.
Okay, we leave it in this slide. It's a much better slide than the previous one. Okay, so
Hello.
Yash, go ahead. Yash Gupta, yeah.
Hi. So last term, as I remember and recall, financial forensics and big data were offered at 10,000, right?
Same thing.
Yeah, it's the same
Yeah,
thing, sir,
explain
because
this.
now it has been reclassified. The courses have been reclassified mid
Yes.
of the whole course timeline. And now the subject that I was planning to take in this next term, they have hiked up. I was planning to take 3 more courses, and now, as I planned, I had 30,000 saved, and now I have to pay up 60, which I have no idea how I'll arrange from or where I'll arrange from, when I will be able to arrange them, and how, like, what do I do in this situation? Because how is this any, like,
you
fair?
can try and do 3-level courses, okay, and that will still keep you within whatever you had planned, right? So the 3-level courses is going to still be the same cost. So
No, I have no want or need to do the 3-level courses right now. I want to get as soon as I can get certified within the BSc with all the courses that are necessary for me to move forward in my career, and then continue the BS as per my parents. But this course fees is not helping me anyhow.
No, I mean, so you have to look at the courses that are on offer. Those are the courses that are on offer. 3-level and 4-level is being decided from this term onwards. What else is possible now, you tell?
So that is what I'm asking. Why the reclassification now? Why not before?
We explained why the classification has happened. The classification has happened for academic reasons, not for financial implications. Please understand that the courses, 3-level courses are courses which are just introductory at the degree level, and they may not have any other prerequisites of degree level courses, or they may not be application related courses. When we are talking about 4-level courses, we are talking about courses which are mostly application oriented, or courses which would have another degree level course as a prerequisite. Though there are some academic classifications based on which this has been done. And we already explained why we had to do this fee mapping to the course level. And that is because the same course cannot be offered for 2 different costs for 2 different students. Just like how you are talking about, now the course is going to cost you 20,000. There would be courses which would end up costing 10,000 as well for students who are at the BS level, right? So people who are at the BS level, who might have planned to take a course which is a 3-level course at the BS level, would have otherwise costed them 20,000, is now going to cost them 10,000. For individual students, there will be different types of implications. So while designing a policy, it might not be possible to address every corner case. We are making a decision based on academic requirements, not based on financial implications. Unfortunately, there are financial implications for this academic decision, but you are still given the opportunity to do 3-level courses, and there is nothing which stops you from doing 3-level course, 3-level courses. If you specifically are looking for a 4-level course, then there has to be fairness in the way the fees are charged for students at different levels of the program. That is the reason. So there is for uniformity across
from
all
this point
students.
on.
Yeah.
From this
so
point on.
Ensure that from this point on. So
No. Wait. I'm really sorry to cut you off right now. But if someone is planning to do the BSc and BS, and they are looking ahead for all the courses that are being offered by you in any of the terms that you're offering, they'll be planning using all the courses, right? They won't be thinking, okay, next time I have to do this much only, so I'll be thinking of this much. Then the next time I'll be thinking of some other courses. Sir, it won't be working out for us like this. for BSc, I'll be planning, okay, these are the courses I'll be doing in all the BSc, and this is what my path will be. So in this way, if you actually decide to put up the fee that whatever courses there are, if you do them in BS level, it would be 20K. In BSc, if you do them, it's 10K. That's fine, because a person will be okay with the implication that in BSc level, he has to or she has to complete those courses within the given timeline. Within the given fee structure. And if you increase it in BS also, that's also fine. But increasing it in the mid of the timeline
that argument unfortunately was not accepted here. So we are not able to.
And that argument is not might be acceptable to you and will not be acceptable to someone else who is getting adversely affected because of that. So I don't think there is one way or the other. There has to be some consistency, and this brings in consistency. And that is what we need to look at. So, of course, if you're
sorry to disagree, sir. I'm sorry to disagree, but
we can agree to disagree. There is no real way of agreeing on this. All we can say is this: everybody will have a different thing, but consistency for the charge of the fee for a course is what we need to look at.
Okay, wait.
We are charging per course, right? The fee is not unlike any other program. So what you're saying of a fee for BSc level and BS level, that might make sense if it's if the charges are based on the degree of the level of the program. The charges for this, the fees for this program is based on courses. It's not for the program. It's not like on day one when you come for foundation, we ask you to pay 16,000 for the first 4 courses or 32,000 for the entire foundation, right? We don't do that for the for diploma level or the BSc level. If you are saying that, okay, BSc level is 28 credits and I charge you so much money, that's a different thing. That's not what happens in this program. This program charges fees based on the courses you take. So if somebody takes one course, we charge for that one course. So that's exactly what will happen. So then the same course cannot be charged at 2 different prices for 2 different students. That doesn't make sense. And that is not something which will work in the long run. There will always be complaints about one student doing it for 10,000 while the other student does it for 20,000. You may choose not to agree with us, but this is the in our opinion, this is fair, and the committee also felt this is the way to go. So it was not one person decision. This is a decision made by a committee of faculty, and there is really no way of changing this. Okay? Thank you.
So someone who is doing the course in BS level, and if he or she is arguing that they have to do the course in 20K instead of 10K, and that's unfair to them, how is this fair to me that I have to do it now?
You have to rework your plans in terms of the courses that you are trying to take. If you felt like there's one course that's absolutely important to you and you want to keep it within a budget, you may have to work out with an NPTEL transfer or something and reduce the budget a little bit, right? So there is a change that is possible, which doesn't hurt you financially and allows you to do courses. Maybe the exact same course that you wanted to do is not there, but there is a possibility to work around that. Okay, so that's my request to you. I understand any change like this will cause some people who feel aggrieved by it. There's nothing that we can do at this point. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Lalit Kumar, please go ahead. Lalit Kumar. Lalit Kumar. No. Okay, let's go to Aditya Malik. Aditya Malik, please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Am I audible, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Sir, so I wanted to ask why after the
sir, sorry, Lalit this side. Can you hear me, sir?
Okay, Aditya, just wait for a little while. Lalit has come back. Yes.
Hi, sir. Good evening. Okay, it's 4 p.m. My query was only one, that now you have made both the pairs as mandatory for the BSc degree. It means again we have got 5 courses mandatory, and we can take 2 courses from NAPTEL, and good courses are available through NAPTEL, like blockchain and cloud computing.
Yes.
So does it mean that I have to take only 1 course to become eligible for the BSc degree?
5 is mandatory, right? And then 1 you can transfer from NPTEL, right?
Right.
Yes,
So 4 week is 1 credit, 8 week is 2 credits, 12 week is 3
3
credits.
credits.
So if they
Yes,
want
sir.
4, they
So
can do
the-
a 2 or a 3 plus 1, or even if they do a 3 plus 3, we will take in 4, but we will not.
You will
use
not
2
take 2.
credits.
Okay, so you'll have to do that, and then 1 additional elective you will have to do from the program.
Yes.
Okay.
So, ma'am, okay, my query was the same. Okay, like there are two courses available from NAPTEL, and both are 12 weeks courses, blockchain and cloud computing.
So that gives you four only.
But we will take in only
That's
4.
only 4.
Yeah, in the program
Okay.
we will accept only 4.
Maximum of 4 is the.
And after that, okay, I can take only one elective to become eligible for the BSc degree.
You need to take only one.
Yeah, one more 4 credits.
Yes.
Okay, okay. And the second query already answered, okay, regarding the alumnus of IIT. That is good.
Okay.
And for the BS, ma'am, okay, can we take some subjects, okay, while doing the BSc degree? Can I take some subjects, okay, while doing BSc? From the BSc, BSc.
In the 4 level, you mean?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can take 4 level. So as long as you have the prerequisites, you can do a 4 level course. Even when you haven't finished your 114 credits, right?
Yeah.
So that's okay. It's all flexible at that.
So 5 are fixed for now, the 2 core pairs and SPG. The remaining 2 can be NPTEL 4 credits or 0 to 4 credits in fact, plus you can do 3 level or 4 level courses.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Thank you. The next person is Abhishek Bose. What happened to Aditya Malik? He went away. Okay.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
You're there?
The hand was
Go
lowered.
ahead, Aditya. Yes.
Yes, sir. So I was wanted to ask why after the 3 terms of starting the degree, now the 2 core pairs have been made mandatory, and why
So
it
we
is not
saw-
being made uniformly for all the degree students? Wouldn't it create a difference in the skills level of the students if some
Yes.
are not being made mandatory and
Yes.
some are being made some students are being made mandatory to do them?
Yes. So all these were considered, Aditya. So basically the reasoning is a lot of people were getting out with a BSc degree without doing courses like deep learning. And there was a lot of adverse reaction to that, saying, people have to do these courses. It has to be mandatory. So that's the reason for making it mandatory. Now, already you see people are totally aggrieved with any change that you make because it hurts some people at least a little bit. So if we go back and apply it retrospectively, saying that, anybody who changed has to go through this, then that's not fair in many senses. So those rules we never enforce like that. So this change is happening from September. And people who get into the degree level in September are the goal for those whom this rules will be applied. Okay.
So some people have exited BSc without doing the software testing and software engineering courses. I also don't want to do them. And
see, at one level, you have to understand, see, this wanting to do and not wanting to do has to be within the possibilities of the program. And the program is something that is decided by the steering committee, board of academic courses, Senate of IITM, right? It's not decided by me also. Definitely not decided by students, right? So structure is decided by the academic setup of IIT Madras, right? And this can keep changing. You can go look at the ordinances if you like. The ordinances give the Senate ultimate right to change the structure of the program as the program is running. So these are rules of the game. I can't change it. It's not like saying I'll go tomorrow to the High Court and say this is my law, so give me a ruling based on my law. It doesn't work like that, right? So those rules are rules we have to accept. Once you accept it, within that we try our level best to bring in the flexibility. Okay.
So this means that I should have been going with the faster route possible and taking all 4 courses in a term and getting done with the BSc earlier when these changes were not being made.
If you had done that, yes, the rules wouldn't have been, this rule wouldn't have been applicable to you.
And then I likely wouldn't have learned anything and my CGPA would have been lower.
Yeah, so that's
and
why
I'm fine with that also.
That's why we are advising very, very strongly that please do these things. Even for people who have finished it earlier, we are advising very strongly that go in this path. This is what will help you because the academics.
But has it been enforced?
I'm sorry?
Has it been enforced?
No, but we can't enforce something retroactively. So please understand that. So these kinds of things, even within this program, has happened in the past. For example, the projects and the diploma level, right? So there were some students who didn't do the project as a separate course.
Yeah.
Now this has been made into a mandatory thing. There have been other changes within the courses as well, like OPP becoming a mandatory thing. And so these are academic decisions which are made by committees and the Senate. And we can't say that, oh, it affects me. I would have done this if I knew the change will happen. So these kinds of academic changes can happen. And that is the reason it is consciously decided that it will affect only people who come from this point on. It does not affect people retroactively. So I can't go and enforce things before say that everybody should do this. That's not, and if a student has already completed all the requirements for BSc and is completing the degree itself, how can I now ask the student to go and do additional courses to meet the criteria? There are just various ways to argue this. Okay, so this is the rule for anybody who enters into the degree level from September 2020.
And all these issues are considered. See, people look at the number of people who are in the degree level. That number is not very high right now. Okay. That number is around 100, 200, 150 or something. How many people are in the degree level now? Around that order.
290 or so.
290 or so. So that number is much smaller than the number that's potentially entering. So the committees look at these things. It's not some random decisions, right? So they look at how many people are possibly affected by this, not affected. So all these things are taken into consideration and we make the best decision possible, keeping the future in mind. Okay.
Okay. I would like to add one thing that I don't know which industry experts you are consulting, but my brother is in Fractal. It is an analytics company. He is a manager level. And he was saying that why am I doing this course where they are teaching that we are having app dev projects and app dev subjects, and like they are not necessarily at such for fresher level. Like he was saying, we are doing so much here, and then now I have to say that I have to do the full deployment, development also, deployment and testing also. So that is my concern.
So let me answer that question carefully, Aditya. See, you have to understand these trends in industry and all come and go. Okay. Data science and whatever you do, little bit in data, somebody who does a Power BI for 6 months suddenly gets a job today. It's happening now. When an institution like IIT does a degree, we think in the long term, right? When you get a bachelor's degree, you have to think about the broad base that you're getting. You cannot specialize in one narrow area in your bachelor's because these things come and go. I've seen in my own life and so many others, all of us academics and even others have seen a lot of things come and go. Some few years back, what was really hot is not even in the ballpark today, right? So we have to keep all those kind of things in mind and equip our bachelor students with a broad enough base that tomorrow when something changes, they can adapt. I cannot only train people in data science. That's not the goal of an academic program as such. Okay. And in terms of who we consult and all, we do consult a lot of experts. Don't worry about those. From industry, from academia, we consult a lot more people, and many people have given us this feedback also, saying that if I look for a data science person, maybe I don't care about the application development part. But then I have to worry about it tomorrow where data science maybe is not so hot. Then what do you do without any other background?
No, but we've also had people from the data science domain say that they will
come
into
important, yes.
They will come into the application part of it. They have to also know this.
I was about to say that there's lots of data work which is about coding. Data engineering, right? 99% of data work is data engineering. Without having clean data, you can't run any data science algorithm. Then what will you do? Right? So all these are short-sighted views. Don't be taken in by these. We are taking everything into consideration before making it. Okay.
Okay. And one more doubt. What changes have been done in the data visualization course, forensic, finance forensic, and big data that they have been raised from 10K to 20K? Like, will we be getting better lectures now, or will we be getting better support for them, or like what is the change now?
The change is the change in the numbering of that course, right? It has become a 4-level course. It was earlier classified as some other thing. Other than that, the course material is exactly the same. Okay.
So what is the difference in level 3?
Let me just complete. The fee is not related to the amount of effort. In fact, a lot of our courses in the foundation level, we do a lot more hand-holding to the students, right? As you come into the degree level, the cost is for the credit that you get and you get into the degree level and you're getting a degree from IIT. The cost is for that. It's not really for, I teach so many lectures, this is costed at this much. It's not like that, okay? It's for the program itself. That's how you have to view the cost, number one. Number two, the amount of effort needed in the foundation level is much more. In fact, we spend so much more effort. But we don't do that. Why? Because the foundation level does not have that much value, right? It's all based on value. It's a completely different proposition. Okay. So don't think in terms of, will more support be given. In fact, I would argue the other way. When you come to the degree level, you should be capable of doing things with less support. That is what will differentiate you. A typical IIT graduate doesn't sit around and say, spoon feed me, tell me everything step by step, write code for me, and then I'll run it. That's not an IIT graduate. An IIT graduate is one who says, I will learn anything I want. I can learn anything I want. I will not be shocked or surprised by that. I don't need somebody sitting next to me and spoon feeding me. I know how to do things. That is an IIT graduate. We are serious about creating good IIT graduates in this program, not just giving away degrees to anybody. Okay, you have to believe in these things. These things are very important. Tomorrow, this program will live or die based on alums who can stand on their feet and do things on their own, not just people who can copy something else from somebody else. Okay, very important to keep these things in mind. Okay, I think we're taking a lot of time. We'll move on. Please keep your questions brief. I think most of the concerns have been addressed already. We are running out of time as well, so we can't take hopefully too many questions. We'll try and do our best. Keep your questions short and to the point. Abhishek Bose, please go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. My doubt is regarding the apprenticeship program. So, I am already I am a professional. I am already doing a job in data science in RNTBCA. So, in there, I want to take, transfer some credit by taking the apprenticeship there. So, I was told, like I had this knowledge that people in the professional field also, they can take up this apprenticeship credit. So if it is already
same job, right? So I think just to answer you very quickly, Abhishek, I think it cannot be from the same job. If you are employed somewhere, that same job cannot be treated as an apprenticeship. Okay, you have to figure out a way in which maybe within your own company you're contributing to another.
Take up a different role,
or do something in that way, and we are satisfied with that. Then that's okay, but it cannot be your day-to-day regular job which gets credited as apprenticeship.
So any other extra work that I have to do for that?
If there is another unit in your company to which you're contributing, and that we can consider. Okay, I mean, you'll have to apply to us.
So you can share the specifics, Abhishek. We will look into it and get back to you, because without the details, this might not be a question you can answer correctly or fairly. So you can give us the details. We will get back to you on what the possibilities are.
Details, as in, sir, if you can just.
No, you just mentioned. Right. I mean, we can't decide right now and tell you. You give us details of who you are, I mean, what company you're working for, what is your day-to-day work, what unit you're working for, what is it that you propose for the apprenticeship, and why is it not covered in your day-to-day work? You understand? You give us those details, we'll look at it.
Okay, and if I am in my BSc degree level, can I? So this term, if it all goes well, it will be my last term in BSc. Next term I will be going to BSc. Okay. So can I, if after discussing the details, if you agree with me that apprenticeship can be done, can I start the apprenticeship from this term?
See, I think the starting of apprenticeship, there is a process. We were hoping to go over that if we had time today, but we can't do that. Maybe in a separate meeting, we'll go over the apprenticeship separately. At that time, you'll know how to apply for it. Okay?
We'll do that. I have some time-related requirements from my company. That's why I was asking this question.
You please write a mail to us. We'll look into it, but we'll also do a separate session on apprenticeship. When we do it sometime. Okay. Aditya Raj, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, is there something that even after clearing GATE, a department like data science and computer science will not take us if we are not BTech student, if we are only BS student?
See, to the extent that we can see, most IITs are accepting any 4-year unit. Okay. If you see any particular problem in any IIT, please alert us, talk to us. We will try our best to talk to the admission committee. Okay.
Okay, and one more question, sir. Why is there that for some term the course is available, for the next term it is not available, or again it is available? Why this is?
So multiple reasons. One is the number of students taking those courses. Okay, this varies over time, and we've seen some semesters are only like 2 or 3 students taking them. So that's not sustainable in some sense. That's number one. Number two is also availability of faculty. Faculty at that level do not like to teach the same thing over and over again. So they want to change that around a little bit. So given all these constraints, we have in the degree level alone, we have this restriction on what we offer and what. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Nilanjan, please go ahead. Nilanjan Mazumdar. You there? Nilanjan, are you there?
Hi, sorry.
Yes.
I'm not able to mute myself.
Yes.
Unmute. Can you hear me?
Yes, Nilanjan, go ahead.
No, my question was the same regarding this apprenticeship. So for people who are working, say for example, myself, a data science manager. So is it required for me to do a separate apprenticeship somewhere or some other thing? So that was my question also.
Apprenticeship is totally optional, right? It is just an option for students to do it in case they are, say, after an internship, they are continuing with an apprenticeship and maybe they get a pre-placement also, right? It's a good way for a company to actually have a person for the longer duration, which is 8 months, and then assess them and kind of absorb them.
Primarily, apprenticeship offers students only, right? That's the idea.
You can do theory courses for 12 credits and complete.
And even for students, it's an option.
Yeah.
For anyone, it's an option.
Okay. Oh, this is optional. This is not compulsory.
Yes. Apprenticeship is not compulsory at all.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. I think Varun has already asked and he's still in the line. So I'm going to jump to Aditya. Aditya.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Aditya.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. I had two main queries. One was regarding the GATE exam. Okay, so here, as you earlier clarified that most IITs are accepting that BS, 4-year BS as equivalent degree for BTech or MTech programs. So that is not, one thing that is not yet clarified is which MTech programs will accept this GATE data science paper for their as their qualifying criteria. That thing has not been clarified. Secondly, I intend to go for a PhD in the longer run. And there is apparently a rule that graduates who have a pointer of more than 8 and 4-year degrees from IITs, they can directly go for integrated PhDs or something along the lines of that. I have a pointer of 9 in this degree so far. So in this regards, what will you suggest for somebody like me? Like, will I have to do a MTech first? This is my standalone degree. Or MS first, or will there be any other opportunities for a PhD?
Okay, so see these rules, I mean, even though all the IITs have a same undergraduate admission, in the postgraduate admission, the IITs have different rules. GATE is one thing that's common, but beyond GATE for MS PhD, in fact, some IITs have very few MS seats and MS PhD changes a lot. PhD admission also, the conditions and criteria change a lot from IIT to IIT. In IIT Madras, there is, I think, direct PhD option and all is available. You can apply for it. Does it require GATE? No, it requires GATE. But it requires GATE. So, for instance, one good option for you would be to appear for this GATE exam, clear the GATE exam in data science, and apply for a PhD in, say, IIT Madras.
So if this 4-year BS degree is my standalone degree, I can apply to IIT Madras for.
IIT Madras allows it totally. There's no problem in IIT Madras.
Will allow me.
Yeah, they allow it. Okay. We are working with other IITs, and to the extent I have asked other IITs, they also say it's okay. That till the admission happens, I mean, there's always this uncertainty about will it happen or not. But I think let's just wait for it. Okay.
So at IIT Madras, I won't be facing any problems because
absolutely no problem. There'll be no problem in IIT.
Okay. And second question I have, like for right now, I have all the projects that are pending in diploma level. Like I am done with all the courses, and the reason I did not take projects simultaneously was because I was a bit skeptical along them. So my question to you is that now that I've gone through the documents carefully, I have heard a few things that the viva criteria is 70 marks for passing. So isn't it like too difficult? Like, isn't it being a barrier right now? Because as far as what I know, that majority of students who are in the diploma level, and there are very few people are going to the degree level. So are the project and these viva criteria holding them back? That is
so project is holding people back. Aditya, you're right.
Yeah.
The reason why we want to have good emphasis on viva is, see, project is not supervised work, right? See, your exams are proctored exams. So I know that you are doing it. Project, on the other hand, is done on your own. If we don't give good marks for the viva and test you during the viva, we really don't know what's happening with the project. So that's one of the reasons why there's a huge emphasis.
Yes. As much as
number one.
Yeah,
Number two, the vivas are designed almost like interviews. These are the kind of interviews that happen when people go for jobs and all that. So that's why vivas are very important and we're given very huge emphasis. But having said that, we are trying to do some incentivization to see if people can be pushed into doing the project after the course or faster. We will come out with some announcements in soon enough.
Yeah, because the only thing is that like those like many of the students who had not got these projects earlier, they were allowed to replace them with extra courses. Okay, so such an option was not provided for the students who like could not take those subjects in those terms. That is point number one. And secondly, that whole cutoff is of 70 marks. And I heard that, like for example, in a MAD 1 Viva, like level 2 Viva, there is an external examiner. And he might ask you a question from PDSA, like he will tell you to tell about algorithmic complexity and something along the lines of that. And so, 70 marks for passing is just like too much intimidating, just to clear a mind.
So see, it's the same like an interview, right? When you go for a job, you get that, you ace the interview, you get
but here
you don't. So now let me also say a couple of more things about the project. See, the project is not only the thing that you've done there, right? It's sort of like a culmination of one level in the program in some sense, right? It's directly related to outcomes of the program. So in the viva, we will examine all outcomes of the program, including other courses. It's fair game in some sense. And the other thing to remember is there are many aspects of those other courses which are also related to your project. You may not know about it, or you're expected to know and appreciate those kind of things also, right? So that's why those questions are asked.
Yeah, no, the only reason I said this is because like there is a possibility that the person has not taken PDSA yet, and he has just done DBMS and MAD1, and in that case, he would not be able to.
I think in that case, you can say that, you know, the way to answer those questions in an interview or a viva is to say, I have not done the PDSA course. I've done the project before that. I have done DBMS and Java or whatever. You can ask me questions in that. That's the way to answer that question. Okay. Bhumika Taneja, please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Sir, I wanted to ask that now that 5 courses are mandatory in the BSc level, is there a chance that we can take an elective before completing all the core courses? Like suppose I take 2 core courses, AI and deep learning, and after that I want to take some elective rather than software engineering and testing. Is it possible?
Okay, and you credit that as your elective course. Yes, absolutely possible. I don't think there's a problem. As long as there's no prerequisite issue, you can take it.
Okay. Now, sir, I know like this has been discussed before, but I want to request something. So can you I just want to say where we are coming from. I understand that all these decisions are not in your hands even, and there is a Senate, many people above you who take these decisions. But I am in the last term of diploma, like the September term will be the last term of my diploma, and I'll be starting with the degree level in January. Now, if 5 courses are mandatory out of 7, and I have already registered for my NPTEL courses, so I'll be crediting 4 credits. So out of 8 credits, 4 are gone from NPTEL. I get only one choice to choose. And moving forward, suppose I'll take the best possible scenario. I'm able to transfer 12 credits from an internship too. And from rest of the 16 credits that are left in the BS level, I transfer 4 from NPTEL. Then only 3 slots are left. And out of those, 2 are mandatory to be taken from programming and 2 from diploma. This is not making sense.
No. If you transfer from
if you also do apprenticeship also counts either in programming or data science or both, depending on how you take it, right? So
okay.
So you do have enough freedom. There's no
Whichever way you see, there will be, see, whatever you do in your BS level, the 28 credits is all electives, right? So it's just that it is structured now saying that at least 2 electives should be in higher level data science courses and at least 2 should be in higher level programming courses. That's all. All the 7 courses or 28 credits are electives, are still electives.
You still have a choice.
8 there. 36.
So BS level 28 and 8 in your BSc are electives. So 36 credits are still electives. So how you choose to use those electives are up to you. If you choose to transfer it from NPTEL, then again, that's NPTEL you have a choice in NPTEL, right? You can't now say, oh, I have exercised choices in various credits, and now for the remaining credits, I don't have those choices. Doesn't work that. Like you have exercised your choices for transferring these credits.
If they don't do the apprenticeship, it opens up 3 more.
Yes, if you don't do apprenticeship or you do only 8 credits in apprenticeship or 4 credits in apprenticeship, then you get many more courses to do. So it's all trade-offs of that nature. And overall, if you look at any degree program, a 4-year degree program in the world, 36 credits for electives or open choice is quite high. It's not very low. Okay, even with the whatever restrictions you're looking at. Okay.
So, sir, what I'm saying is like for the people who have already entered the degree level by May 2023, for them, all these changes are not necessary.
See, but they also don't get many courses that are coming new, right? So everything is a trade-off. There are people who say, in January you may get some more exciting courses which might be more interesting, which you will have a choice of, and they wouldn't have had a choice. There's always a trade-off, and it's not like they got it, I didn't get it. It's not so crystal clear that way.
So thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I think Manisha.
Excuse me, sir. I had a question regarding GATE.
Can you wait for your turn, please?
Okay, sir. Actually, yeah, my turn came, it was skipped because I asked a question earlier. But okay, no problem.
I'll come back. Maybe we'll see.
Okay, sir.
Abhishek Gupta, go ahead, please.
Yeah.
Oh no, Manisha, I think you already asked a question, so I'm going to go to Abhishek.
I had another, sir.
Maybe you should come. I'll come to you later. Maybe.
Sure.
Yeah, Abhishek Gupta, go ahead.
Sir. Am I audible?
Your voice is breaking a lot, Abhishek.
Hello. Yeah.
Yes.
I think network's not good. Am I still not clearly audible?
It's okay now. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, sir. So I understand that level 3 courses are 10,000 each and level 4 courses are 20,000 each, and I am fine with that. But I see in the new grading pattern document that if we exclude mandatory core courses, we have a total of 22 course choices to choose from, but only 6 of them are level 3, that is 10,000 each. And even if you take core courses into consideration, we still have 11 level 3 courses out of 27 courses. So why don't we have more options for level 3? Why most courses have been marked as level 4 courses?
We'll keep adding to it. You should have more options at the 3 levels soon enough. But like I said, the courses we are offering academically, they belong in level 4. The way they are, the kind of content that is there, the kind of treatment that is there, academically, they are deemed to be in level 4. It's not a financial choice. I can't explain this anymore. So it's not purely a financial choice. There is enough level of 3 at this point, and we are trying very hard to introduce more there. We will do more. But as it is, it's not 0.
Yeah, I had a request that you should include more level 3 courses.
We will add as we go along. Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Shantanu Sikdev, go ahead.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
So my question was particularly related to the fact that I joined the degree level before this September term, like the last May term I joined it. So will the rules apply on me as well? Like those,
No, it won't apply. It won't apply to you. But we strongly recommend you follow the rules, but it will not be mandatory.
It's a recommendation to you, and I would really suggest that you try and adhere to it. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you for the clarification. Actually, I went through the whole meeting, but still I was a little bit skeptical about the same thing. Another question I had.
Somehow everybody wants to know, okay, you have said this is a general rule, but does that general rule still apply to me? General rules apply to you. Okay, so I please don't
worry about that too. Okay. But like I said, don't go through a BS degree 4-year, which is doesn't have any 4-level courses. It just doesn't look right. Okay.
Okay, sir. Another question I had was related to what Kamakoti sir said in the paradox. He told about some on-campus courses, so I was confused about that.
No, that is something else, right?
Yeah, that is, it will come. So we are still working to identify what courses can be opened up for the BS students. And again, those will be based on some CGPA criteria, availability, various factors. That will be for a very small group. We will get back to you. Maybe in January term, we may have something. But yeah, definitely not in September term, because the campus classes start sometime in July. So the approvals for these came much later. So we couldn't work on anything for July. So for January, we may be having something, but again, that will depend a lot on availability of seats and whether there is capacity. So it will be a very small number, but something will start probably in January.
Okay, sir. Actually, I had asked the same to the support multiple times, and the last reply they gave was that it is already mentioned in the grading document of the last term or something like that. So I could not find it. That's why I was asking.
No, so even we don't know exactly what's going to happen. So
yeah, it's just a policy that has been approved.
Yeah,
The implementation part of it is still being worked out. So we will get back to you. So again, if you ask the support team, they will only know what is there. So
okay, sir. And my last question was
also, I think the other thing to remember is the semester fee in IIT is 1 lakh plus, right? For 6 courses. So you can do the math. The five courses. You can do the math there. It's a little bit expensive.
So you would have to pay the fees for the campus courses separately and then transfer it into the program. So again, there will be some fee component to it. So we will work out the implementation part of it and get back to you, but just warning that
it's not like the cost can be different. We do all those important things haven't been figured out yet. So that's why support has no clue on what to tell you.
Okay, sir. Thank you for the clarification. My last question was related to the apprenticeship specifically. Like many students have already asked the question about especially that apprenticeship part. So I was confused whether it will be something within a tie-up with IITM and the company itself, or will it be like if I am finding an apprenticeship from a company and I am reporting it.
We will come back and we will come back and have a separate session where we describe all this. We were hoping to do it earlier, but then this new thing took over and everybody was really desperately wanted some clarification on this. So we are not able to talk about apprenticeship. In fact, the earlier slides here are all about apprenticeship. I was hoping to you can see all these things. So we are not going to go through this because we don't have time to. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Vikash Ram, go ahead.
Yes, sir. I am audible?
Yes, Vikash.
Sir. So my question was that, like me, so many persons have joined first batch. We are working professional and students. Okay. So that time something you all are promised. Okay. So according to that course structure, I'm saying, okay, not another thing. So according to that, we have planned our courses. According to that, we have planned, and already so many students doing CSC degree. So they are in main college, they are doing these things already, programming and all. So in between the things they are changing, it is ethical. If students are only student, then I can understand your concern. But you called working professionals and student, they already enrolled in different colleges. Okay. Then you are saying now, no, these things we have changed in between because we felt it is wrong. Another thing is looks like
okay, Vikash, please let me cut you off. So before you go on to something like else, like let me answer this question. Okay, there has not been any agreement or promise or contract which was given. So what was given was an academic process and a syllabus which there are ordinances which have been included where it is clearly stated the academic structure can be modified by the Senate at any point. Okay, so there is no commitment or no guarantee given to you saying that this will not be touched. This is not a university system. IITs do not see. A university system says that, okay, this is the syllabus, they print it in a paper and say that this is what will be followed for the next 20 years. It doesn't work that way here. The academic process keeps evolving, and that is true for whether it is a campus program or this program. The BTech program also, suddenly there will be a new core course which will be introduced, or a core course which will be changed, and so on. So there is no guarantee that the syllabus will, or the curriculum for the program will be set in stone. That is, let me be very clear about that. IIT operates that way. And as far as the working professional versus a student, I can't have two different degree requirements based on the background of the student. Then where does it stop? It can't be. Then there can be an age criteria, gender criteria, geography criteria. I don't know. Like everybody can say that for these reasons, I need to have a different criteria. It doesn't work that way. What the requirements for a degree are the requirements for a degree, right? So if you think that the skills that you would learn at the degree level might not be directly applicable for you in an industry setting, having been a professional for a while, then you could choose to leave the program with diplomas and choose only the courses which you think will benefit. We are allowing you to continue with courses, and you don't have to stick to the structure of five core courses at the BSc level or anything. You can just pick and choose courses which you want to study, which will help your career after leaving the diploma program. It's just that if you are earning a BSc or BS, there is an academic requirement which is decided upon after very, very wide consultation. This is not something which is taken based on whims and fancies. This is this has to be thought has to be put in, so that the degree that we award is fair and representative of the education that we provide. So based on that, these decisions have been made. And while you might have some difficulty in communicating what you want, I take offense to the fact that you raised ethics as part of this. That is not professional on your side to do that, and to question the ethics of us who have been working on this program is not appreciated. Please do not use such language. Please, you can
Okay,
continue.
so sorry
the
for
next part
that.
of the question.
So sorry for that. So issue is means we are having some expectation. Means if somebody come in degree or anything, they having some expectation what course degree offers. Things change in between, and afterwards somebody is saying that you live in between. It is also not good.
So what has changed? That's what I'm trying to find out.
So
what is it that has dramatically changed?
So see, mainly I came here for data science courses.
See, let me put it this way. Okay, different people come with different reasons. The program has not changed dramatically at all. That's what I showed you in the very first slide. Nothing has changed. There's only like two small changes we make in the program, and you're saying everything has changed. Nothing has changed here.
The degree which is being awarded is a programming and data science
degree. From day one, it has been programming and data science. If you suddenly
that I know, sir, but
you will not do.
things for somebody
it's really wrong for me to teach programming. I mean, programming and data science.
No, sir, that is not. If somebody is entering,
just you said that no, is it ethical to change anything?
In between things. Because I will enter next term.
You go read the ordinances of programs. In Senate has the authority to change whatever it wants.
And it is not done very casually.
Yeah.
It is done after a lot of deliberation.
I told you the process. It's not like tomorrow I decided and we change.
See, steering committee is a committee of about 10 faculty of IIT Madras. Then there is a BAC, which is Board of Academic Courses, which has about 20-22 faculty. And then we go to Senate, which has a membership of 320 professors of IIT Madras. So every academic process that is being made has been scrutinized by 3 levels. So there is no, and this after this, if it is being approved, there is collective wisdom in doing this.
So we don't do it lightly.
Okay.
Not
Okay, sir. So that I think many of us are asking me saying this course and all. I think you know that the courses before that was 10,000 to 20,000. Let it be 10,000. Let it be made to 400. whatever courses new will come.
See, I think
Yes,
that's what I
yes, yes.
clarified. The total cost has not changed at all.
See, when the
total
BS
cost remains the same.
See, when the BS level was introduced, the fees for the BS level courses were fixed as 20,000 rupees per course.
1.4 lakhs.
1 credit
So
for
we have now
5,000.
reduced that to 1.04. See, actually, why are you saying cost has gone
Sir,
up?
can I say something? I mean, in the beginning, when this course started, it was clarified to all like the cost will be in this range, and it is still the same. People are just creating the hype. I don't know like why
It's
they are
exactly
arguing.
the same. The cost.
And second thing, like I was in IIT Delhi just like 2 weeks before they started another extension campus of IIT Jhajjar, where like they'll be introducing AI into medtech. And one doctor from AIMS was there. He was saying like, I don't know any course which exists on the earth where I can learn something in a very structured way. So we should feel very grateful, like we have such kind of course here.
Okay, thank you.
Yes,
Yeah.
even I'm no, sir. Even I'm in the support of the degree, and even the ISE and the U people are doing everything to improve this course every time. This is what I like about this course. So these people are complaining. I don't know. I don't know how you cool about this, because Andrew sir, I'm seeing you.
Okay, see, we deal with a lot of students. We know where they're coming from, so we are able to answer it. But we are repeating the same point again and again. Like, let me explain it very clearly. The program has changed in a very small way. The fee has only decreased. We have not done anything else. In inflation, everything is going up, and we are decreasing the fee. And if you say that this particular thing has become more expensive, yes, I mean that's unavoidable, and we try to rationalize and make it more fair in the long run. Immediate run, there will be something, and we are saying just make some small adjustment around it. If you thought you want to do some courses and it's costing you more, you can reduce something, do some NPTEL transfer. We're here to help you with all those kind of things, right? You're doing all that.
That I told about general thing. Okay.
Work with
See,
us.
means
Overall,
because that's two fellows. Whatever. Yes, sir?
Overall,
Yes?
the degree program and the everything is at a crucial stage now, right? We have to make sure that the content is strong enough that people who come out of it stand tall in the industry, can make a name for themselves. There's lots of crucial things like that going on, and any change we make is keeping that in the main focus, right? If someone comes out of this degree program has not done deep learning, just imagine they go to an interview and they don't know anything about deep learning. What will happen? What is the impact on the program? Think about these kind of things. Okay, so it's not a minor thing about everything, and we are making changes only for that reason. And believe me, this is not done just like that by my own thinking or anything, right? There is a big body of academics with wide consultation, and it's done after that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Kunal Chaturvedi, go ahead.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, Kunal, go ahead.
Okay. So, sir, I just want to ask one thing, because you mentioned that the course fees has not gone down. Like, it may be my miscalculation, or I am not reading the website properly. In September of 2022, the website mentions the course fees as ranging from 3.15 to 3.51 lakh. Now the course estimate is 3.25 to 3.87. The minimum has definitely gone up by 10,000 at least. So is it something which the students are not understanding?
No, that one.
That apprenticeship.
Yeah. See, that what happened was, initially the apprenticeship, we wanted to charge lesser amount of money for the apprenticeship credits. So in anticipation of that, we had put out a fee money. Then it went up all the way to the board, and the board felt like that's not the right thing to do. All credit at the 4 level should be at the same point. So we were also surprised by that decision. So when it came back, we had to make that adjustment again. So that changed for a minor period. It was 3.16 onwards, and once that change came, it became 3.2.
And website might not be updated yet, so website information might not be the most current.
The handbook that we're putting out is the final.
We will change that. So that's the only thing. But that was when we made the announcement very initially.
And when that was done, I think the website also mentioned pending approvals or and so on. So the as we were going for approval of the BS program, we had
see the alternative. If you tell me I should make no changes, we won't have a 4-year BS. Is that okay? Yeah. I mean, people are making all sorts of statements, right? So I mean, you should be very careful when you think about these things, right? If we make no changes, there'll be no 4-year BS. There'll be no
So technically,
no new courses will come.
So,
sir, I don't
there is
think,
situation to be.
no,
sir,
if
I
at all
don't think
say
all
that,
changes.
no, if at all we say only people who are admitted freshly should get all these changes, then only people admitted fresh from some year will be eligible for a 4-year degree even.
Yeah.
So it's not that, that's not how it works, right? So
Yes, sir, I understand that. I don't think, sir, most students have directly protested against any academic changes as such at this scale till now. But okay, so next one thing which I want to ask is, you said that one course being charged for two different prices cannot be done, which was done previously. All courses were put at 20,000. So I agree that the classification on the academic decision is final, which is done, but still the decision on the fees of a course being A or B is still a financial decision. So that can be adjusted, right? By not compromising the academics of the program,
Yeah,
but
there is a board in
considering.
IIT Madras that
Yeah,
is financial viability of the program. You go back, do a survey on programs all across.
Yeah.
Come back and tell us whichever is cheaper than us. No, why don't you do that exercise and come back to us? Look out for BSc Computer Science of BITS Pilani. Tell me what its fee is of 3 years, where they don't even have in-person exams. Go and check out the online programs on Coursera, edX, whichever other universities are offering. Come back and tell us what the fees are, right? Once, why don't you do that exercise and come back to us before this argument starts?
see, the fees for the programs are decided based on what we believe would happen to the graduate, right? So there is a lot of thought process behind that as well. Just like how we go through BSc and Senate for this, there is another direction through which we get these approvals. It goes through a committee of deans, then it goes through the board of governors, and there is a process. I can't randomly say that when the board has given that all the BS level courses have to be charged at 20,000 rupees, I can't just say, okay, for changing this level, I will still continue with the fee of as 10,000. It's not, then finally somebody has to pay the bill, right? So who does that? So Kunal, it is not about individual decisions. Please understand that students can choose to disagree with the decisions which are being made and might not be completely happy about the decisions which are made. But we want you to understand that there has been a lot of thought before these decisions are made. And any academic or financial decision is done with various factors taken into account. This program has to self-sustain. There has to be a way for the program to run. Imagine, see, it's not just about, Bharti was mentioning about Coursera and other programs. Don't just compare the cost of it. Like you look at the fee waivers or the rebates which are being given for people here in the various economic sectors, and the CSR support that is being provided for students. So IIT Madras is not doing this for the money. So please be very careful before you go around accusing people of trying to make money or raise the fees. That is not the intention at all. Which program gives a 50% straight up waiver for a student with family income less than 5 lakhs? Have you ever heard of that in any on-campus program even?
Sir, I don't think I ever accused IIT
No,
Madras of
you're saying,
doing
okay,
this.
why don't you reduce this? See, there has to be some rationale for reducing it, right? The reduction cannot happen simply because we want to do this, and then we can also reduce everything to 500 rupees per course, right? So there is no real rationale for it. There has to be some foundation for fixing the fees, and the foundation was BSc level is 10,000 rupees. And BS level is 20,000 rupees.
But then when the same course ended up in both places, we had to make a decision on what's the correct thing to do. And then there was lots of thinking about what, it's not again a quick decision. We looked at people like this who would have done this earlier, done this later. I know this friction is going to come. Then we have to make a call. And the correct thing to do was to do this 3,000, 4,000 level, and then charge it based on that, and then let people do whatever they want in whatever mix. So that we felt gives the most fair and largest.
See, while some people are having the angst about, oh, I might not be able to do the 4-level course without paying 20K, there have been a lot of students who have completed the 4-level courses while paying 10,000 as well. So that has also happened. So there's this inconsistency which is not acceptable in any process. So we need to have some consistent process, and that can't be changed.
Okay. Thank you for the clarification, sir. Thank you.
And Andrew sir, could you please change the slide for apprenticeship so that I can read?
No, I think
he
we will do a separate call on that. Okay. We'll do a separate meeting.
Yeah, we don't want another miscommunication by you reading the slide, and so we would have the session sometime.
Thanks, Varun. Go ahead, Varun.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, Varun.
Yeah, first of all, Bharti ma'am, thank you for your email yesterday. So, although I am exempt from these rule changes, I do want to take level 4 courses varied across both programming and data science. Right. So, for programming ones like OS and computer networks, they have 2 3-level prerequisites. So, if I need to do those, if I want to do those, I need to do the 3-level prerequisites first. And I feel like my transcript becomes very 3-level heavy. So, is it possible for me to drop a course that I've already completed somehow? Because I want to do 4-level courses, but I feel like if I want to do those particular courses and
something like that.
No, that was only for the
that's a proposal which we are discussing. So no, but Varun, this might require more approvals. I think this is actually not any course which you have completed in the program has to go into the transcript, because that is the transcript is a representation of what the student's progress in the program was, transcript or grade card. Right. So to say that I will drop a course from that transcript, that's an academic change, and that might not happen very easily. So
I understand, because some people could just keep on taking courses and then want to take the best of those in order to maximize.
One thing you can do is you look at other 4-level courses, that don't have prerequisites. I think advanced algorithms is one such course.
Yeah, I've already completed that.
Okay. So we are trying to add some courses. I don't want to commit to it. I think we say something people will say.
I absolutely understand.
We are trying to add some courses. Hopefully in Jan we'll have them. We'll see if those things work out. You'll have more interesting courses to pick from.
See, I'm not trying to approach this with bad faith, right? I really do want to have 4-level courses, because as you said, if I'm applying abroad, these things matter.
Yeah.
So I want to have the right set of courses along with some 4-level courses that I feel are relevant to the domain, that I'm interested in. So if right now you're saying there's no process that exists for me to be able to drop a course that I've already completed.
That will be
drop a course that you have completed.
Yes. No, it's not. It's not there.
Okay. What about something that I've credited from NPTEL? Would it be possible for me to?
Credit transfer can be removed. Yeah, that can be. You can choose not to use the credit transfer.
I can choose not to use a credit transfer. Okay.
But we have to look at the process for it, but that might be possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can write to us. We'll try and get back.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay, so I have to really leave. I think we've been here for like 2 hours now. So we can only take the last couple of questions and we'll leave after that. Okay. Nachiket, go ahead, please.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. I hope I'm audible.
Okay.
Yes,
audible. Yes, go ahead.
Yes. Basically, I have a 6 credit deficit because of the diploma projects being separated. I joined the degree level in January, so these new changes don't really apply to me, as you said. But like in the grading document, it is mentioned that this credit deficit cannot be made up for by using NPTEL courses.
Yeah. Yes, degree credits. Yes.
Yeah, so like I have a 6 credit deficit, and like there's no in-house course which offers 2 credits. So will I have to do like 2 credits extra by taking 2 in-house courses for the deficit?
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so I don't know about this.
Credit 2 from NPTEL. So NPTEL can
do 6 credits.
No, so he can do 2 4-credit courses 8.
Yeah.
Right. And if he wants,
and credit 2 from NPTEL. Yeah. So you can do that. You do 2 courses here. So you make it 8. It's not 6, you make it 8, and then you do 2 credits from NPTEL.
Okay. But like if I just wanted to know, like after BSc, I do plan to continue on to BS. So if I just take the, like if I just, instead of 6, I just take it as 8 and do the 2 in-house courses, the 2 extra credits which I do, like.
Yeah. That won't hurt you out.
That you instead of earning 142, you would earn 144. That's absolutely.
That's also fine. No problem.
Yeah. So like if I do the 2 credits more in the BS, if I just take an NPTEL from the table 3 or 2 credits,
that
also works out, right?
Yes, that also works.
Okay, sir. That was it, sir.
Okay. So the last person we're going to talk to, sorry to the others, we've really gone over time. Divya Katia, go ahead.
Hello, Andrew sir, Bharti
Yes.
ma'am, Narayan sir. Hats off to you guys that you're sitting here since 2 hours and trying to help us with our queries. So I would like to circle back to the fact that we have 2 core pairs mandatory now again. Somebody who is not really planned it to move on to the BS level will have to be contented with the fact that out of the 7 courses we are doing, 5 will be mandatory, and our choice of having the electives will probably be reduced to just 1. How should we tackle that?
2, right? I think it's 2.
No, so 2. I mean, but like had the previous
yeah. So
had the
so
previous
yeah,
notion be there, I would have been able to do my AIDL and then then SPG, and the other 4 courses will have been electives, which
yeah,
would
instead
have
of
been
4, it
purely
has
in the
become
data
2,
science
right?
level.
Instead of 4, it has become 2.
Yes.
That's what I meant. Yeah. So this week we thought about it very carefully, right? So we looked at this. This was a bit of a reduction. And then we also saw other BSc degrees and number of electives they have. They don't have too many electives, as I saw it. Most of the BSc degrees are mostly fixed, except for
Yes. I mean, obviously, a lot of other offline programs are fixed. They don't even have
they don't
these
have
many
that.
options that we are getting.
So since we also got the BS degree approved, the reasoning was at the BSc level, we have to have it because the degree says programming and data science. And that we have to have it was the hard decision. It was a hard choice, but we had to make it. And that.
Because, sir, I mean, initially we had the choice of choosing a specialization and going ahead, whether it was BSc or BS. But now that for continuing for that specialization, I might have to again give another year. Whereas I would have been able to finish
you have
off
to
next
go for
year.
a BS, or you can finish with the BSc and then do a couple of additional courses. You know, that's it does cost more money, but then you can try and do that and get a transcript for that. That's also possible. That's the best we could come up with in terms of a compromise. The reason was, see, what was actually happening is a lot of people were skipping DL and AL.
Right.
They were getting out with just a bunch of programming courses, and that simply did not look good. And we got a lot of feedback around that from many people. So based on that only, we've made this sort of more rigid choice. We went from a more flexible to the rigid system. We also don't like it too much. But then given the circumstances, this seemed to be the best compromise that we could come up with.
And also, sir, on behalf of you, I would just want to raise this point that had the fee changes been implemented by our offline colleges, we wouldn't have been able to utter a single word there. So I think this entire discussion of fees shouldn't have even taken place. But thank you so much, sir. Probably I'll have to figure out to increase my time in the degree then.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Divya. Okay, thanks to everyone.
Thank you.
For those we couldn't answer. It's already 5 o'clock. We do have to stop at this point. I hope this was clarified, and we'll come back and talk to you about apprenticeship sometime, hopefully in the near future.
Sir, I have a question related to CGP. When I choose a subject from NPTEL, so then you calculate CGP from that subject also from NPTEL?
No. That's only
NPTEL
credit.
is only credit transfer.
Only credit. That credit will not count in your CGPA.
Okay. Thank you. All right.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Sir, if you could organize another meeting for GATE, it would be great.
Okay, we'll do that as well sometime. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.